Right guys, black or blue pen for your answer and purple pen for your progress steps. Now, if you are enjoying these videos guys, can you please make sure you like them? Even if you've just watched it and you haven't completed the question, make sure you like it, share it with friends from other schools, and can you please take a photo of your answer for me and tag me at Cross Maths. Okay guys, any support you need, whether it's just normal or GCSE, remember I'm doing this for free, but I'm happy to help you with anything at all. It doesn't have to be one of these videos. Now, question we got today, okay, it's a 5-star question, however, it's not that difficult. It's to do with arcs and sectors, okay? So when I've got a circle, it's talking about areas and all that stuff. I just write down what I know. I know area of a circle is pi r squared, with r being the radius, so that's r, that's r. And diameter, circumference, sorry, is equal to pi times diameter. Now diameter we haven't got labeled, but we know diameter is 2 lots of r. Okay, that's what I know so far. Now we're dealing with arcs and sectors. Now that is more higher tier stuff. An arc is this curvy bit by here. So the arc length is what we want to find out later on. And then the sector area is this little chunk by here, the little pizza chunk. Sector area is the area of that little chunk. Now, the way you've got to think of it, this angle by here, I'm going to call that theta the same way I would as in trigonometry. Now, arc length is the same as circumference, but you only want this little chunk. So instead of having pi times diameter, which would give me the whole thing, I don't want that. I want a little fraction of it. Now, the fraction that I want would be whatever the angle is. Then you think about what angles are out of. Angles are always out of 360 when it comes to circles. So it's that fraction times by the formula for the whole thing. Same thing with sector area. Now the area of the whole thing would be pi times radius squared. We don't want that. We only want this little chunk by here. The angle we're going to be dealing with is theta. We don't know it yet. All over 360. Now look at what you do know. The radius is 10. So I know my radius. The area, sector area, is 65 centimeters squared. So we know those two things, which is brill. We know what pi is. Okay, pi is on your calculator. Everything is there. It's simple solving equations. The only thing we don't know is the angle. So I'm going to set this up down by here. My sector area is 65 centimeters squared. Theta I don't know, over 360. All times by pi I do know. And r squared, r is 10. Okay, so from here now, it's just simple solving equations, okay? So if I get here, 10 squared is 100. So I'm going to divide both sides by 10 squared, or divide by 100, which gives me 0.65 equals theta over 360, all times by pi. Now, it's a calculator question, okay? Again, it would tell you to leave it in terms of pi if it wasn't, okay? I'm going to do it using my calculator, but again, you can do the same thing in terms of pi. They will give you much nicer numbers though. Once I'm here now, I'm going to divide by pi next to both sides, because I want to get rid of it. I want this to go. Once I'm there, if I divide by 0.65 divided by pi, shift, I get 0.207 equals theta over 360. Then if I times through by 360, I should get a theta value of 74.5. I always go one decimal place if you round it. So that's the first half done. Second half of the question is down the bottom, much easier than the first half. Okay, that was the difficult bit done. Down the bottom, 2 marks. Okay, hence calculate the length of arc EF. Okay, we've got arc length, we've got the formula up here. Now if I look at that, I've just found out what the angle is, I know what pi is, and I know diameter is just 2 lots of the radius. So it's just a substitution exercise. Okay, so arc length equals, the angle is 74.5, all over 360, times by pi, times by diameter is 2 lots of the radius is 10, so times by 20. Okay, so I'm going to do that on my calculator now. Gives me an arc length of 13 centimeters. Okay, remember it's centimeters because it's a length. Okay guys, if you enjoyed this video, can you please like it? Please tag me in your answers at Cross Maths. Remember, if you are using these videos and you're finding them useful, share them with as many people as possible. I'm doing this for free. All I want to do is help as many people as possible with their maths. Okay, so please share them with people from other schools. And if you've need any help with any maths, not just this, please drop me a DM, take a photo and DM it to me.